Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and this is 5 new, and I put new in quotation marks because the tips are new for me. These are 5 new tips that have helped me. It helped change my mindset and my outlook when it comes to my health and fitness. A few years back I did do like a fitness journey video. I'm going to link it up here, so you can definitely check that out. I still follow most, if not all, of the tips I would have mentioned. Off the top of my head, I know for sure drink a lot of water, eat healthy foods, keep moving, and also pay attention to what you're eating, because just because a package has a picture of fruit or veg on the front doesn't automatically mean it's healthy. But the way a lot of brands market these things, they want you to think it's healthy, but make sure you're reading the ingredients. So without any further ado, let me go to point number 1, which is you need a variety of movement. So I've never really stopped exercising per se. We would have had a couple lockdowns and we couldn't even go outside, and I was quarantining with my boyfriend, and he has a very small studio, so there literally was no room to exercise unless I did exercises in the bed. So there was a point in time when I did stop exercising, but it was very brief. Other than that, I used to walk for hour to hour and a half, about I would say 5 to 6 times a week, and I would be like, yeah, like I walked for like a whole hour, like I did something. And yes, I'm burning calories, and yes, I'm being active, but in terms of seeing changes in my body, there wasn't any change for a very long time because there was no variety to it. So whether that is walking versus jogging versus doing like dance workouts on YouTube, aerobics, walking workouts, or my absolute favorite would be walking out in my bedroom and hyping up myself. It's on soca music, reminiscing on the days when we used to fat, party, or even the gym. Just make sure that there's a variety in what you do. I can guarantee on YouTube you will never run out of videos to do. Right now that's what I'm doing. I haven't rejoined the gym since COVID hit last year, but that's mostly because I realized that I work out the best and I prefer working out in a group setting, or doing a video where somebody is pushing me and I'm actually following something. When I go to the gym, I lose concentration, I get lazy, and it's harder for me to stick to an actual routine. So for now, I'm doing home workouts on YouTube, and I will rejoin the gym at some point because I would definitely get more weights and I need to start adding weights to my routine. But I do have some homemade weights that I made with some bottles and some sand. Like, I'm a diva on a budget in all aspects of my life. So even if you're on a budget and you don't need the gym, you can still get results at home. So number 2 would be to track your calories. I use MyFitnessPal, but I'm sure there are many other calorie tracking apps out there. I can definitely tell you I do not track every single day. It is very tedious to me, and it kind of feels like a chore to like weigh everything, measure everything, and this and that, and to search for everything. If it's not there, you have to upload it. But where I find FitnessPal useful for me is to get an idea of how many calories is in something. So I don't have a food scale, but I usually would use like a cup. So I would use a 2-cup measuring cup, and I would use that to measure my food if I need to. Yes, it's not precise, but I am not at a stage in my life where I need it to be precise. To me, that's more so if you're doing bodybuilding or you're doing a competition or whatever. So I do use FitnessPal to get an idea of what I'm consuming, because the number one way to lose weight is to be in a calorie deficit. So I use it every now and then to get an idea of what I'm consuming and to get an idea of how many calories I burn when I'm doing something. I don't even have a fitness watch. I am not a jewelry person. I always have on this necklace, but that's about it. I don't really have anything on my hands. So I am still toying between the idea of getting a watch, but my subconscious honestly removes watches and bracelets because I just don't like having something on me. Again, I always have wristbands, but this is literally the only thing I have on my hands. I hardly ever wear jewelry. But if you do want to take that step, a watch along with Fitness Pal would definitely be a good way to really make sure that you are on track. Number three would be meal prep. So that could be if you're doing it on your own, you cook a batch of food, divide it into, 5 or 6, or cook 2 to 3 meals, and again, split it in a way that it's going to last you the entire week. Or the third option would be what I do, and that is I actually use a meal prep service. If you are local to Barbados, I use Meals by Mel's and Kel's. I'm going to link her information here and also down below. I hate cooking. I absolutely hate cooking. I get very frustrated in the kitchen. I get frustrated even at the supermarket with buying all the ingredients, and then there are certain ingredients that you buy and you only use it for that one meal, and you have all this leftover random ingredients and condiments that you're not going to use because you only need like a teaspoon of it. Like, when I tell you I hate cooking, like, I really despise cooking. So when I discovered this meal prep service in Barbados, I have not looked back. I've been using her for over a month. Over a month. No, and I'm never looking back. So while I'm on the topic of meal prep, you can also kind of swap out your favorite meals, for alternatives. So the same meal prep service, she does like a cauliflower mac and cheese. She does a linguine, not linguine, sorry. She does a zucchini and squash noodle chicken alfredo. And I love mac and cheese, anything cheesy basically, and I love pizza. So it's a nice alternative. I'm not gonna lie to you and say, yeah, it tastes exactly like mac and cheese. It does not. It's cauliflower and it smells poopy and frozy when you heat it up in the microwave. But the way it is seasoned, you don't feel like, ugh, like I eating cauliflower. You're tasting a very nice cheesy meal. You can also swap out your snacks. So instead of eating like biscuits, Oreos, Tea Times, stuff like that, I started snacking on fruit and vegetables. So I would walk with like some baby carrots. I would walk with apples, sunflower seeds, stuff like that. So do a lot of swaps, and the meal prep helps you track the calories as well, because with the meal prep service, she has the calories and the nutritional facts for the meals that I order. If you do it yourself and you weigh and you measure, the calories yourself as well, and that's been a huge help. So for number 4 now, this tip helped me a lot as well, and that's to replace one of your meals with a shake. I have chosen to replace my breakfast with a shake. So for the most part, I would drink a fruit smoothie, fruit and veg, or I would do a peanut butter shake, which I absolutely love. I'm gonna put the ingredients there because it's very simple to make. And for the fruit and veg, I literally just throw some things together. Sometimes it tastes good, sometimes it doesn't, but it definitely makes me feel a lot lighter when I start my morning with a shake. So that by far has definitely helped me. And I will be honest with you, the fruit smoothie basically only keeps me for about like 2 hours, because you do digest fruit and veg very quickly. So then I would kind of have a breakfast part 2, and that would usually be oats. And then the oat shake now that I do with the peanut butter, that one definitely holds me for like 4 or 5 hours because it has in the oats. Oats are very, very filling. And point number 5, last but definitely not least, would be to stop being so hard on yourself. What I find was happening is that I was comparing myself to how I looked in my early 20s. I'm in my mid 30s now. I'm 34 going 35, and I found for sure my metabolism slowed down in my 30s. I'm sure a lot of you out there can relate. When I was in my 20s, I was eating so much crap. I was buying mostly, frozen meals, pizza, fried chicken, kebab. I used to buy a lot of my meals because it was so cheap. If you haven't been with me from earlier, I used to live in the UK and I studied in the UK. So you know, fast food was really cheap and it was very easy. And as a student, even though I knew how to cook, as I said, I hate to cook. So buying food was just easier. Buying frozen food that I could just stick in the oven or stick in the microwave was just easier. My idea of meal prep was just buying instant noodles in bulk and just heating that up, you know, when I got to work. So, oh, and then on top of that, you know, I would go out drinking. Don't drink your calories. Don't waste your calories on drinks. That's another thing. So I will go out, I'll be drinking, leave the club and go and buy fried chicken or pizza, kebabs, like, and I didn't go to the gym. What is a gym? Like, no, 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 no. And I was that size, you know. So if I did that now, it wouldn't work. I would definitely be way heavier than I am now. So you have to stop being so hard on yourself. What has helped me is I started following a lot of body positivity pages on Instagram, because not only should you stop comparing yourself to your younger self, but you need to stop comparing yourself to what you see on Instagram. On Instagram, sorry, I sound like my parents. But you have to stop comparing yourself to what you see on Instagram and social media in general, because a lot of these poses are posed. It's not a natural pose, or they're edited. I'm gonna shout out Dana Mercer. I hope I pronounced it correct. And also Lainey. I'm gonna link her. I can't remember the last part of her IG handle, but it's Lainey, and they both talk about, you know, body positivity and female empowerment, and their pages basically are a constant reminder that you really should not focus on what you see online. And in terms of weight loss, I really do not weigh myself. I weighed myself at the, not I weighed myself, but I was weighed at the gynecologist. I also weigh myself if I know, you know, things are getting out of hand. If I've been feeling bloated lately and I haven't been feeling myself, I know that the button on my jeans has been like pressing into my stomach and leaving marks, and I'm like, you know, something is going on. So times like that is when I would weigh myself. But once I get back on track, I focus on how I look, how I feel internally, and how I look and feel in my clothing. I'm not buying a bigger pants or a bigger dress. These are my clothes. These are my clothes. So yeah, so don't be so hard on yourself. Just be more self-aware and be more confident. And that pretty much sums it up. I think the last point was the most important point. I saved the best for last. And I am very excited to kind of open a discussion about this. And I am insecure, even though like some people are surprised to hear that, but I do have, you know, insecurities, and I guess I hide it well. But a lot of women out there are insecure, and we really shouldn't be. You know, life is too short for that. Cross that off your list. Like, let's stop being insecure. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Looking forward to some comments and messages. My Instagram page is the same as Island Spice. Follow me. My page is open. Drop me a DM. Yeah, so enjoy your day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.